Hey friends, it's gonna be a hot day, so I'm out here in the morning just gonna try to make a little progress on the door. So today, or this morning, I've got this trim piece going in, polished it up. I already did the driver's side, and again I want to shout out to Rat Farm channel for some tips like putting a piece of tape on this, so when you drop it in here you can just set it in place and you get these holes lined up like that. And let's see, tape it down. Let's see, so I want to get this end has to fit. Yeah, okay. So that lower hole, is that lining up? I don't know. Yeah, I think that's okay. You see how there's like 3 holes there? All right. Looks like I might have to adjust this a little, but we'll find out in a minute. You want to make sure all these are good to go. Yeah, they're not lining up exactly, but there's one screw hole there, and then there's another screw hole right down there. So I think we're close. I'll show you what this looks like. So you've got these, I don't know what to call them, inserts, you know. This is basically, these things are what hold this piece on. This is the inner trim, and it's got, goes up against the glass. And then this part's kind of like a felt material, smooth. It's nice. You can see where it's going to keep your glass clean, I guess. It kind of wipes it, you know, on the way up and the way down. So this is just going to go right in here like this, and I need both hands. These things are hard to push in. I actually found success going on the other side of the door and using my fingers instead of trying to push it with my thumbs. But anyway, I'm gonna put the camera down for a minute. But this is gonna go right in here. There is, let me see, there's a screw hole there for, yeah, so that goes like there. All right, so I'm gonna get these lined up and be right back. So as I mentioned, it can be easier to put this in if you come over to this side of the door and squeeze with your fingers like that. Now I did notice on this car, and with these felt strips, and remember this piece here, the outer piece is original. This inner piece is a replacement piece, and what I noticed is it does not go all the way up to the end, which is really weird. I hope that's not going to be a problem, but it kind of just ends right there. So I'm assuming there's probably a rubber, you know, some sort of rubber that goes in here. It might be because, and I think it is, because this is a convertible, and I remember that there is some sort of rubber, you know, padding and stuff that goes in here. So it might be just, well, we'll see. I didn't know they made these. I mean, whenever I ordered this stuff a couple of years ago. It's been sitting around. So I don't know if I ordered like convertible felt strips, or you wouldn't think they'd be different, but maybe it is. Now these screw holes are barely showing, but there's a couple little screw holes there. You want to get those little tiny screws in. So I'll do that. I might do that later. As far as the screws and things, I'll show you what I did. I didn't order a screw set from the auto parts suppliers. I went down to the hardware store, Ace Hardware, and what I did is I kind of matched up the sizes that I took off the car, and I just got new screws. And these are the sizes that I got: 1032 1/2 inch, 6, number 6 3/8, number 8 3/8, and a number 10 1/2 inch. I guess I got more I'm not even sure what all that means, but these would be the 10s, I guess, and then I got these would be the 8s, and these would be the 6s. Little tiny guys. And I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, remember, everything you see me do on this channel is just whatever. Don't take it as gospel. But I'm pretty sure these little tiny guys go at the ends in here, down in here, maybe there, and at the other end, that little tiny one that you can access through there, I believe. And then the larger one, I guess it'd be the number 8, like this type of panhead. This is going to go in there, in the couple holes. There's like 2 holes for that. I think one down here and one up here. So I'm going to look at that more closely, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so we got one of the small screws in there, and one of them in there, and those kind of sink down in. And those are these little guys, little tiny panheads. Now what I discovered on the other side is that some of these threads are big enough to receive the larger screws. Some of them are too big to get the smaller screw in there, and some of these are kind of tricky because now this inner trim is blocking like that hole, so I might have to peel this back a little bit, open this up, and then get that. But honestly, once the window is in, I mean, and this is just, you know, I'm just talking about practicality here. I'm not sure you need like that end screw, unless, I mean, maybe it'll rattle, but I don't think this is not going anywhere. This whole thing it's just not moving once the glass is in. So I would say, you know, one of these is probably optional, but I'll do my best to get the screw in there. On the other side, I was trying to put in this small screw in this position, this one that I showed you. Yeah, this one right here on the other side, and the hole was too big, and then I don't want to put this in because it sticks out too much. So I'm gonna go try to get like a flathead. I guess it would be a flathead number 8, because these are 6s. See, that's a 6, that's an 8, that's the 10 right there. So I probably need like an 8 flathead. Maybe I have one. I'm gonna go check. But I think sometimes on these older cars, you just got to put whatever's gonna fit. You know, some of these holes are bigger than they used to be, and you just got to put whatever works. And it's later in the day. I got both the outer molding, weather stripping in. There's still a few little adjustments to make. I need to get screws that fit there. This one goes in, but it's it's too small to do anything. We'll figure this out later. Right now, I want to bring you guys up to date on these guides. These are like the, what do you call it, window, you know, the bumpers that you can adjust to take any of the wiggle out of the windows. These are third party. They actually have a metric nut on them, 10 mil. And there's 2 of these. And what's interesting about this car, and it doesn't necessarily match the assembly manual, but there's one that goes here, and they kind of go, let's see if I can just do this without dropping everything. It goes like that under there, and then we're gonna put this, you know, we're gonna put that nut on the top. So one goes, oh, hello. One goes there, and then the other one goes over here. But what's interesting is that it's at an angle, and it does have this little tang on it, so that means the whole thing is going to be at an angle, which means it's only touching back here, which I guess is okay. You can't really do it any other way. So I'm gonna try to put these in before I put the glass in, because I think after I put the glass in, especially on this one, there's like no way to get to that, because you can't get to it up here because that's in the way. You maybe go through there, but that's kind of tight. So I'm gonna put these on, put them in. If I have to take them out later, I will, but that's that. And then the other question was a question that I had, because there's this gap here, and I saw in another car that this extended, but I thought that maybe it's because this is a convertible, and I think I'm right, because I'm going to open this for you guys. It's been hermetically sealed since I bought it like 2 years ago. But yeah, you see how it says door main convertible left hand, and see all this business up here. So I'm going to unpack this and show you how it fits in to this area. We're going to see that right now. And I realize that some of you are like, no duh, I knew that already, but I didn't. and maybe some of the people watching didn't. So there's a couple things. One is there's these 2 screw holes up here, and you get a metal flange, and that's going to go there, right? It's going to go in there somehow. This whole situation has to go kind of in here. You're going to shove this thing in. It's going to go like that eventually, and then there's a screw hole right there, right? And that's going to all hopefully fit in there. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a little sus, but I think you just smash it in there and somehow it goes in. But you see how that all lines up, and then your glass is going to come up through that. So hopefully that all works. I don't know. Yeah, I think it will. So that goes like that, and this goes up here. And those holes are off right now. Is that? Look at this. Look at this. Hole's not even. What is going on with that? I think there's some kind of, yeah, oh, that's just like the coating. That's weird, you see that? I gotta break through that. But that's what happens there. And then on the other end, let's get it. So that's gonna go all underneath the door, and then on the other side, this is gonna come up, and what? There's a screw hole there. So this whole thing is going to jam up somehow into here. I don't want to try to do it right now because I'm not sure exactly, but I think something like that. And then, is it? Yeah. I don't even know. I'll figure it out. But that's going to go up there and be at the other end, somewhere in there, obviously. Wow, maybe it goes all the way in there. I guess it goes all the way up in there, but I'll have to figure that out. I don't know how that goes yet. I kind of feel like, does it go like that? I guess it goes like that. Yeah. Okay. Something like that. And then this is going to go all the way around the door. So that's later. But now the question about this has been answered. So eventually that'll all get done. But for now, we're gonna just put these little bumpers on, and oh, the other thing, and this is just something on my car, you guys. So I put a handle on this crank. These are the upgraded handles, by the way. Very good purchase. I have a video on those. Go look it up. This is the original, right, regulator, and the spring I installed. It's not as tight as it probably could be. I'm not worried about being able to roll up the window. I mean, it's still super easy, but listen to the clunk. There's a couple clunks. Yeah, there's like 2, there's 3. It's clunky, so I think there's something going on with the gear in there. There's the fan gear, and there's the gear on the end of this, and I just think that I didn't take the whole regulator apart, and it was pretty beat up, but yeah, that time there was only 1 clunk. So, I mean, maybe it's just because there's no weight on it. The glass isn't in there. I've been noticing. Oh, hold on. 0 clunks that time. What in the... So, there's a window down. Oh, maybe it's just working itself out. Huh, interesting. Let me see if I could show you. I'm gonna roll the window down. Hello. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see how that works, but let's see if we can get a peek. Yeah, there's a clunk. There's another clunk. Bang. You can see though how that little short channel works. Yeah, it's clunking. Now it's clunking. Anyway, it works. I mean, I might, you know, I might go ahead and replace it later, but I just, it's bleak out there as far as finding manual window regulators. I think I found one, and it looks worse. It looks like it's in worse shape than mine. So I think I'm just going to live with this for now. Maybe it's okay. See, that time it didn't clunk, so maybe it's not a big deal. At any rate, handle's on temporarily. I'll put the handle on this temporarily and the lock switch so I can check it. I guess I could go ahead and put the tubes, the connecting rods in. Yeah, that'll be later. But for now, I'm just going to end this video because I'm just going to put these parts on, do something minimal because it's still like 90 degrees out here. And we'll see you guys later. All right. Thanks for watching.